Hyvää päivää, tervetuloa ja kiva nähdä taas. I think most of you know me. I have met almost all of you over the years, but if you don't, I'm Laine. I have the responsibility for Boeing's global industrial collaboration programs worldwide. And I think as most of you know, Finland is very near and dear to my heart since it is also my motherland and where I was born. So just a few words about our philosophy and how we approach industrial participation and what we're doing about the HX program. So again, as you know, the Boeing company, we do have a wonderful advantage that we are such a large global company. And we do have the global reach, but we ensure that we have the local focus. It's incredibly important that on my team I have specialists and subject matter experts who really do understand the exact requirements of every single country, as industrial participation requirements truly do differ from country to country. And it's important that we have the customers' national objectives in mind as we develop our programs. So my teams are responsible for ensuring that we maintain the relationships with the government customer to ensure that we have the full understanding of their requirements. We develop the tailor-made industrial engagement programs in accordance with those requirements. And then my team, in addition to having to develop the plans and the strategies and the partnerships for a campaign, we are also responsible for executing them to ensure that we have a successful program when all is said and done. And of course, the important thing about my team does as well, particularly what's of high interest for Finnish industry, is we do serve as that portal into the entire global Boeing company. So it really does offer kind of a one-stop shop for them to get through us and help put them in touch with the right technology and supply chain networks in working in our organization. So one of the things that, again, Boeing company, it is the world's largest aerospace and defense company. And yes, clearly this has been a challenging year, no doubt about it. And particularly for the commercial aerospace business. And it has had impacts to our supply chains. Having said all that, we are on the Boeing Defense, Space and Security side, this is a very robust business. We are in an incredibly fortunate situation when you look at the depth and breadth of our platforms and what comes into our portfolios, above and beyond the products that you're familiar with, such as the Super Hornet and Growler. We also had a major victory this year with the launch of the F-15EX. So that F-15 fighter has a new life through the EX program with the contract from the U.S. Air Force. In addition to that, we have all of our rotorcraft vertical lift platforms such as Apache, Chinook, the V-22 Osprey. We've got our commercial derivative platforms such as the KC-46, the P-8 multi-mission maritime aircraft, and of course all of our weapons systems. So it's just a multitude of depth and breadth that we can tap into, and we do that for all of our industrial programs. So within the Boeing company, I also serve as the chair of the Industrial Participation Council at the enterprise level, so that I do work across the entire enterprise. And also that includes our services business, a very key piece of this, where, as you know, Boeing Global Services was stood up as an independent business unit. And that is certainly a key partnership when we are looking to develop our industrial programs, develop the right partnerships for local indigenous sustainment capabilities and lifecycle support of our platforms. Those become really important, and particularly here in Finland, that is something that has been key to our offering for industrial participation. So one of the things, and I think many of you have seen this chart before, we are very proud of our track record of success. As I mentioned, we aren't just responsible for developing the campaign strategies and proposals, but we have to execute on them. These are decade-long programs, and I'm very proud of the fact that the team has really delivered ahead of schedule, on time, within budget, every single one of our programs over the last 40-some years, over $55 billion worth of economic benefits and industrial return into the countries that we work with. I think that's certainly the case here in Finland. As you recall, we had a very long partnership on the original program with over 25 years of experience here. And that is something that for the future of the HX campaign and for the industrial participation proposal, we are in a very strong position to leverage that and to build on the continuity of those partnerships and to really ensure that when we are going forward for the future HX platform, we're able to offer a similar type of program In the past program, we did have over $3 billion worth of benefits that we worked with 220 different Finnish companies. But most importantly, in terms of what it has done for the affordable life cycle cost and the ability to support the classic Hornets here on the ground independently, securing the supply for the Finnish Air Force as they need it, that is something that we can and will tailor make going forward for our future program. Now, I can't go into any of the details since we are still in a competition sensitive situation in terms of what's the full offering that we're putting together, but you can be rest assured that it's going to be very similar to what we did in the last program. So I think in the interest of time, there's only a little bit of time for Q&A, so why don't we turn it over to the whole team to answer some questions.